Hey everyone, it's me, Lexi from Bats in the Belfry Home Inspection, back again, feeling mostly better, but you know, it's what it is. I wanted to do a little bit of a longer one today and show you guys what's in my Leave Behind folders. All of my folders are different. I kind of just go and I find fun ones because, one, it's easier to find a fun folder than a boring folder, and two, if you're going to have a folder, might as well be fun. So, my favorite thing in there, I've been told is a waste of money and you shouldn't get it and it's just going to end up in the trash can and your clients won't use it and all stuff. This. Now that you've had a home inspection, and I can understand why this would end up in the trash if you did not explain to people its value and how it can help them with their house and reading their report. For me, I want my report to be used for the entirety of the house or until they get their next inspection and be able to be like, oh, was this like this? Or, oh, use it as a checklist to make repairs or whatever. And this is like an encyclopedia of a house and like what it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to do and whatever. And it's like, oh, asphalt shingles, the roof slope. So if there's something up in there, they can go look and be like, oh, makes sense. And then I think my most important one in there though is this one. It is your home's major shutoff locations. I like to make sure people know where their gas shutoff is, where their water shutoff is, and where their main electric shutoff is, because those are things I would have wanted to know, especially when my kitchen was flooding and the Home Depot men were laughing at me because I was all alone. It was great. Also important, a copy of the pre-inspection agreement. I have it all there, and mine's from my insurance company and their lawyers and all that jazz. So I'm sure it's just great. It is great. I went over it. I have this. This is also something that I really wish I would have had when I first moved here, especially. I think it's helpful even if you've lived in the area and you're from the area. But these are phone numbers, important phone numbers. And I spent a long time compiling these and like what could be helpful for people. So I got like all the hospitals in the city, the VA, I've got mental health counseling facilities, aging and disability services, CPS, crime check, domestic violence hotlines, poison control, and the prison, I guess, the county jail, WIC, water department, waste management, all of the main internet and all that junk. So I would have loved this because I had no idea what I was doing. Come back for part 2 where you can see what's in the rest of my folder because I ran out of time. Welcome back to part 2 of what is in my Leave Behind folder for my clients. Went through all the phone numbers and shutoffs and all that stuff. So, also have barbecue safety. It's summer and it's going to be fall, and I think that barbecuing is more fun in fall. My dad barbecued all winter, and we lived in Alaska. I think he was just like, I might as well because it's going to be cold anyway. I don't know. So I put this in there anyway, even if it's not barbecue season. It's got like for the different kinds of grills and like, you'd be surprised. People putting things too close to walls, siding melting, things catching on fire, and it's just stuff that you probably don't think about until you're like thinking about it. I like those things. So I have this, which is super fun. This is from Internachi. So is this, the barbecue safety thing. And it's a certified monster-free, and I actually was planning on one of these before I even found out they had one. Later, I'm going to design my own, but for right now, I'm using theirs. It's a service I actually offer as an add-on or even a standalone. I think I only have it on there for like $20 or something. If somebody's kid is just like super scared or something, totally come out. Check out that closet. It's all good. This one is super important. This I worked really hard on. I used Internachi's article as its base, and then I added to it and stuff. And it goes over mold and how to find it and conditions and why it's so unsafe. This is something that I've known about for a while. I have neurological problems, and people with neurological problems or brain damage or other things like that, or just allergies, are way more susceptible to mold than other people. And I'm actually working on my mold inspector certification right now. Just good times. And then, so if you don't know about mold, please read more about it. This one is cool because it's a checklist for the season. I think it's also from Inanachi. All of these eventually I'm going to go and I'm going to make my own and do my own thing. But it's important to know how to take care of your house. That is a big part of why I'm doing this job, is so people know how to take care and maintain their house, because that's all we have right now. Having a house is having power. Having land and having your own home is power, and it's something that's really hard to take away from you, and I want people to be able to keep that, and I want them to be able to keep it generationally. So that's important. Oh my gosh, apparently we're in part 3. Bye! Sorry, last part 3 of my Leave Behind folder. If you want to know what else is in there, check out parts 1 and 2. This is long, apparently. We're going in. Continue on the education. Once again, Inanachi. I'm part of Inanachi. I like using their resources, especially since I like sharing it with other people. This is about radon and causes of death in the United States, and just illustrating that it is something that does need to be looked for and checked for, especially places like Washington State, where there are higher instances of radon and radon deaths. So yeah, there's that. I also like to put in a pet safety checklist because I love pets. I have pets. I thought I had a child safety pet list, or not pet list, checklist in there too, but it looked like I just had pets. That's something that'll be in there eventually. This is a beefy boy. I am going to expand upon this and make it kind of different. This is the life expectancy chart from Inanachi. It'll tell you like average life expectancies of like caulking is 5 to 10 years. Flooring underlayment, 25. I want to make mine to where it has this, but then it also has the average repair costs and then the average replacement costs. That way it can be easier to decide what you need to do. It helps you prioritize. It's just taking a long time. It's a lot of research and data collection. All right. So I have a couple more documents that I'm working on for my client half, which includes kind of like the mold document, but it's going to be on lead. There might have been another one. Don't know. Anywho. And then for my realtor side, I'm just putting in things like this. A little about me. And then just got like one of my little ads. And then my fun, should I buy this house? This caused controversy, friends. Oh my gosh. Sorry, it's backwards. But it says, should I buy this house? Home inspectors don't tell you whether or not to buy a house. They give you the information to make the decision yourself. This being said, I can totally bust out my tarot cards if it makes you feel any better. That, something that I thought was fun and simple and innocent, this started a thing, man. Apparently, some people think it is completely unprofessional to use humor, or I don't know, just not your standard thing in advertising, which is odd because humor's been used in advertising forever. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. What would you want in your folder? What do you put in your folder? Let me know. I love hearing from you guys, and it makes it more fun to be out here. Bye.